I love restoring function in patients, but I also really like restoring what a patient used to look like. So if a patient is aged and they want to regain some of those things in youth, I love doing that because it's gratifying to me, but I think the most gratification that I get is when I see a patient happy that they're in tears.
The first time that I came to Adara offices, I was very impressed just by the office itself. The staff was very friendly.
I think Dr. Dhaliwal was probably one of the first professionals in that field that allowed me to feel that I'm his only patient, where the commander-in-chief, if you would, the top dog, made me feel that I'm his only patient and everything I was to experience was his responsibility. You don't get that.
Many of our patients come who are extremely anxious in regards to dental anxiety, and that starts right at the front desk. So we figure out what they're anxious about, and as soon as we know what they're anxious about, that's put into a record so that we can read it as clinical staff to figure that out. When I know a patient's super anxious, I actually ask them, hey, what part of the procedure scares you? Some say all of it. Some are like, I'm scared of needles, I'm scared of seeing blood, I'm scared of pain. Whichever ones it is, that I make sure the patient understands that I'm going to do my very best to tackle that part to make sure it's going to be super easy. We use technology to our advantage to make our surgery minimally invasive and more accurate.
I get everything that I would get in a Seattle surgical center or in a Bellevue center, except for I get a wonderful atmosphere and I don't have the nervousness of going into a medical setting. When you come into the clinic here, it's more like going into a spa.
The reason I followed him to Adara is his chairside manner. He puts the patients first. He always goes above and beyond to make sure that the patients are okay and that they receive exceptional care.
If there was anything else that I needed, he gave me a number that I could reach him at 24 hours a day, which made me feel like this was somebody who really cared about the work that they were doing and about me as a patient personally.
They're the most important thing to us. So we do our very best to ensure patient safety, patient care, and that patients are heard. Here at Adara, we don't just solve problems, we change people's lives.